We just drove over 1,300 miles in one weekend, and the van looks like it drove through an entire army of bugs. I just picked up this Chemical Guys bug and tar remover that you add to your wash bucket, so let's go ahead and give it a test. Get down real low, but I wish the sun wasn't shining this way, or was shining more this way, but it is completely covered in bugs. We did drive through some rain, so it rinsed some of it off. Let's get to cleaning. All right, and we'll follow the directions in the interest of seeing if this stuff works really, really well. It says in a wash bucket, add 2 ounces of bug and tar remover to any wash bucket. So this one's filled about half full, 5 gallons. This is a 1 ounce measuring cup. We're gonna go there's a clear plastic cap on there, go figure. One and 2. As with any wash, I'm going to wet it down first. I wish I wasn't washing right in the sun, but in the afternoon I got no other choice really. Gotta say, just right off the bat, it sure seems like it's cutting through the bugs pretty well. Anybody that's washed a car with bugs, really bad bugs, especially this time of year in the spring and early summer still. Anybody who's washed one knows that you almost wanted to get a scouring pad. Obviously you can't, or you'll destroy the paint. But this stuff seems to really be breaking them up very well. I took my plate off, but I've got to wash that too. It's covered as well. So today is Thursday. It's sat in the garage all week. It hasn't sat outside. That would really bake the bugs in. You really want to wash this kind of stuff immediately after a road trip off your car, or it'll kind of eat the clear coat. Now if you have a good wax, especially the modern waxes with the ceramic add-in, if you have a good wax on it, it'll protect it. But it'll still be kind of tough to get off the car after a few days. And this stuff's really coming off very easily. I'm scrubbing, but I'm not scrubbing. Sometimes you'll sit here on one bug and just be on it for a long time and maybe still not even get it all. And this is just cutting right through it. I'm impressed. Just cut right through all those bugs. That's pretty amazing stuff. You know, a little caveat, I've never used a bug and tar remover wash. I've used the sprays, the spot sprays, and they work all right. This is actually working, honestly, better in some ways than the spot sprays have worked for me. some of these bugs are really smeared on there and they take a little bit more elbow grease, but for the most part, they're coming off, and the headlights came clean very quickly. Usually they really stick to this old acrylic. This acrylic's just, it's got a lot of crazing in it, the haziness. It's called crazing, and little tiny cracks that form in it. And so all the bugs just kind of sit down inside of those cracks, and it's really hard to clean the headlight. Headlights came clean very easily. Just say I am very impressed. The other area that can be kind of difficult as the bugs smear across it is the hood. And they're wiping right off. Alright, so you see this spot, this big old bug just all over there. I'm just going to take it, and it's gone that quick. It just cuts right through it. There's nothing left. That's a rock chip. I thought that was remaining bug. It's not. It's like normal soap. You still have a little bit of remaining bug juice that's on there. You can kind of see the water will break away from where the bug's at, but it's completely gone. It's amazing. You can see there's a piece of bug right there on the glass. Let's kind of give it a shot on the glass. And it came right off just immediately. Now I do have a little bit of Rain-X on this windshield, so that does help a lot, but sometimes you can still scrub and scrub and scrub on glass to get bugs off. Here's another one that's up there, and that came right off too. Another one right there, and that one came right off as well. Wow. All right, I have to say I'm very impressed with this bug and tar remover. Now I haven't tried it on tar yet, and I'm not going to go and find some tar to drive through. I don't like trying to remove tar, so if it can remove bugs as fast as this, I'd say tar is going to be pretty easy as well. Probably a little more scrubbing, obviously. Tar is just, anybody that's removed tar is just a nightmare. So, but I'm going to go ahead and continue washing the rest of it, and then after that, I'm going to rinse out the bucket. And then I'm going to use Meguiar's wash and wax with ceramic, hybrid ceramic additive. So I read through the directions and I didn't see anything about the ability to mix this with another, soap. But it really broke the wax, the ceramic wax layer that was on the hood from the last wash. I probably washed this a month and a half, 2 months ago or so. So it's seen some rain. Some of this stuff has come off, but this instantly broke that. You can see it's really no longer beading on there, so I do have to apply a wax, but that tells me it's just cutting that waxy layer, and that's kind of what the bugs have on them, is a really waxy layer. So it's just breaking that wax and not damaging the paint. So I'm really impressed with this stuff. I did buy this stuff with my own money. I am now a Chemical Guys affiliate, so I do get a little bit of commission if you purchase from them directly or from Amazon. So I did want to say that, but I just wanted to try it because I've never really used something like this, and we do travel a lot in the van, and we come back and the front end's just littered with bugs, and it's always such a pain to get it off unless you immediately wash it. So I wanted to let this sit for a few days and let it harden up and see how easy it came off, and again, I'm very impressed. So, all right, I think I'm gonna have to keep this stuff in my arsenal, especially in the springtime when we're traveling and there's tons of bugs. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish washing. All right, we'll kind of bring you in for some close-ups. Here's where that spot was. I mean, it's completely gone. I haven't finished washing. I've got to wash here before I start getting some water spots setting in, obviously. But you can see it's real clean as opposed to what it was before. And the grill came all clean. Usually this fake plastic chrome is a pain. There's a little bit of bug that I missed here. Let's go ahead and hit that real quick. Let's see if I can get that on camera. There we go. And it's gone that easily. I mean, this stuff can be a nightmare. You scrub and scrub and scrub and scrub and scrub. There's another little piece I missed. Maybe a bug, it may be a scuff. Maybe a scratch, I don't know. But if you let it dry, it's easier to see any spots you may have missed. But overall, very impressed. Here's a spot I missed right here. Seems to have gotten it all up this time. All right, so I just wanted to show you kind of what the water is doing on the rest of the van, where I've got the hybrid ceramic wash. Oops, that's the wrong setting. So you can kind of see it beading up and just running off. It doesn't really bead up as well on the hood right now. It does, but it's not that really extreme beading that I'm getting on the Fender. So that stuff does cut the waxy ceramic layer. It's really a wax. I don't know how much ceramic it really is. I don't know. I'm not a chemical engineer, so I don't know what they do, but all right, now that I've washed it, I'm going to show you the beading. A lot better beading action than it was before. There's a little closer up. Let's inspect our handiwork with the bug remover. Now this is, I'll put a link in the description to this drying towel. I like it, but it is a little big and it kind of drags on the concrete, so you have to make sure you keep some of it up on the hood or the side of the car or the roof or whatever. But it does dry the entire van, and I can wash a couple cars and dry with it and not have to wring it out, which is pretty nice. I used to use an absorber, and that was okay, but you had to wring it out a lot. So this drying towel is the Rapidry 2.0 brand towel, original 2.0. I'm pretty happy with it. Like I said, it dries most of our cars. I can wash 2 or 3 cars and not even wring it out once, so it's kind of nice. All right, so now that I've got it dry and cleaned, I would say I'm going to keep this bug remover in my arsenal of springtime, early summertime tools. You really feel the paint and it's just soft. You don't feel any bugs. There's some little rock chips because it's got 200,000 miles, but that's to be expected. Obviously there's some nicks and things. Somebody actually hit us here and knocked off my plate. It was like 2 weeks after I got it. I just gotten the plates in the mail and they hit the bumper. Thankfully didn't do much more damage than that, and then knocked the whole plate bracket off, and my plate was gone. I didn't notice until we were 200 miles away, so that was great. But overall the paint's in decent shape, and it really shows that it's super clean. So what I do with this thing is kind of start at the top and slowly just work my way down. So I really like to just go across the whole top, dry as much as I can. And then I keep part of it all the way up here, because otherwise it's going to drag. If I don't keep this up here, it's just going to drag all over the ground, and then I'm going to pick up rocks and dirt and stuff and scratch the paint, obviously. So when you get close to the ground, now washing my truck's a whole nother animal, since it's only a couple inches off the ground. I really have to watch it so I don't pick up a bunch of dirt. Now I do like this stuff after you've washed it. I already kind of went ahead and dried it a little bit. You can dry it or put it on with it wet too. My towel is incredibly wet, and it's actually got some in it still from the last time. I really like to apply this stuff, especially in the summertime or the springtime, to the front end especially. Just give it just a little bit more of a release boundary. And this also, remember, you put this stuff on, it's going to protect the paint a little bit if you don't immediately wash it off. So you really want something on there to protect your paint.